Hi Stitchy friends! I just wanted to pop in here quickly and just say a little note. So I had recorded this video on July 26th and I have been trying ever since to get it uploaded. So I apologize that it's a few days late, but I had to wait until I got home in order to post this. So, but I still wanted to share because it was some of my progress for you guys, and just one more floss tube from here at the acreage. So, yeah, I just wanted to add that in, and here you go. Have a great look. Thanks, guys. This is Lisa here at Lost in Stitches, and you found my channel. It's all about cross stitch, and today we are in the beautiful Rocky Mountains at our acreage, and I have been here. We came on Sunday and we're staying all week, so I'm having like a little mini retreat all to myself here. My husband is with me obviously, but he's working in town for most of the day, so I am having 5 little mini retreats where I'm just stitching all day and relaxing with the dog and drinking coffee, and let me tell you, it's good for the soul. So I've gotten lots of stitching done. I apologize if you hear some cars in the background. It's not very often that that road is very busy, but since I started recording, there's been 2 cars, of course. So, we'll try. If it gets too much, then I'll restart. But okay, so I just wanted to share some of the things that I've been working on. This shouldn't be too long. I have some current whips that I'm doing, some starts that I've done. I have a bit of a start-itis happening because I have so many new projects kitted up that I want to stitch. I'm just so excited. So I'll share those with you. I have a few more that I'm going to start while I'm here because I want to be able to take them to Newfoundland with me when I go to see my parents. We're going on August the 4th. So Caden and I are going for 3 weeks to see my mom and dad. So hi Mom and Dad, I can't wait to get there, and it's just going to be such a lovely trip. So I do have lots planned. I'll be taking all of my stitchy stuff with me and hopefully recording another video with my mom and dad while we're there. So let's just jump right into it. I can show you what I've been working on, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So the first thing that I stitched on, this is actually what I took. I had a little bit done before I left home, and then I stitched on this the whole drive here, and it's about 6 hours from Edmonton to get to our acreage. So sorry, I have some little threads here that I tucked in. So this is my Quinto Acuto. It will look like this when it's done. It's by Longdog Samplers. This one is stitched on 18 count antique white with DMC 939. So this is where I am right now. So this is kind of the whole pattern. Let's see if I can line it up a little bit. And I'll just fold it up now to show you exactly where I worked on in the car. So I'm hoping to have this one done by the end of the year. I have about now 16,000 and some stitches left. So this one will definitely be coming to Newfoundland with me. I've worked it out that if I do 100 stitches a day, then it'll be done by the end of the year. So hopefully, here's fingers crossed, right? But I'll pull it in a little bit closer. Hopefully the lighting is okay here. So what I've worked on, I actually finished the flamingo and the bird up here. I filled in the whale's tail, and I put in this section down here. So I put in close to 2,000 stitches on this over the course of the trip and a couple of days before I came. So that's where that one is at. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm sad that it's going to be done. I love my little needle minder here. I have the little octopus. I got that one from Etsy. I'll put the link below. I think it was Mad Reminders, but I'll put the link below for that one. It's a punk octopus, and that is actually why I chose this pattern. I mean, it's full of over 100 different animals, which I love. But the next piece right here is my favorite piece that I get to stitch, and it's a little octopus that's really called Maudie. So it's pretty cute. I can't wait to get that done and just see that come to life. That's just so fun. So okay, so that one was Longdog Samplers, Quinto Acuto. The next one that I'd like to share is a stitch along that I'm part of. There's 2 stitch alongs for this one actually. I'll put the hashtags for them down below. One has started and another one is starting on August the 1st. So this one is Summer Quaker. Actually, I have a picture of it here. Bear with me. I'm out of my normal setup here, so just bear with me as I go through this. This is Summer Quaker by Lilas Studio. And this one is a stitch along right now with Laura from Stitching at the Shore and Beth, the Steadfast Stitcher. There might be another lady that's hosting it. I can't remember. But anyway, definitely those 2. Go and check out their channels. Beth is fantastic. She has like a lot of Zoom calls and everything on Friday nights. She does like crafts and books, I think it's, or stitching and... Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher that, but I'll put the link below for that too if I can get it. And they meet on Friday nights on Zoom, and you know, Laura said lots of great things about it too, so I really, really want to join in on one of those stitchy nights. I might be able to try while I'm in Newfoundland with my mom. It just hasn't worked out. We've had the kids and we've been traveling, and it's been really crazy on the weekends for us, so, but I will get there. But I would love to join in on that, and that's the group that's doing the Summer Quaker stitch along. So I think, stitching by the Summer Stitching by the Shore, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'll put if I can get it, I'll put the hashtag here for Laura and Beth stitch along. And then on August the 1st for Samantha, for the Huga Stitcher, I need to write down her name too. She's hosting her birthday sal. So this is what she's chosen, and that will be hashtag Live in the Sunshine sal. And that's starting on August the 1st. So I'll also be pinning this and joining in on that. So hi Samantha, hi Laura, hi Beth. You guys are all amazing. And I'm super happy to be participating in this one. So I have started it. I guess I should show you the stitching. I've started in the center. I've got a center start on this one. And here it is up close. The light is really shining through this one. It's on a piece of 40 count, one-of-a-kind fabric. It's stitched 1/2 on the 40 count with all the call for DMC. And oh, you probably hear my dog. He's trying to get out here. And this one is the Grateful Thread, Charlene. She dyed this fabric. I think she can probably reproduce something similar to this. So I'll put her link down below as well. She's on Facebook with a group, the Grateful Thread, for her fabrics. And you can reach out through there or through her email, which will be below. And she can probably make something like this. It's kind of like a blue-green modeling. It actually looks really, really pretty. It's washed out a little bit here, but it really looks like a summer sky. So what I did on this one, since you guys saw it last, is still keep coming across here with the water. I filled in the row of gray. I've stitched in some blue here. I put the white in the whale in here. I put in the little jellyfish, and I did some of the boat. So it's a lot of stitching, but you know, in the 40 count, it's so small. So it is gorgeous. I could just stitch monogamously on this one, I think. Honestly, it's just so beautiful. I love it, love it, love it. So, and oh, I have that one. You know, I have to take the pattern out so don't share that. I have this one in my Creations by Cheryl bag. So here it is. I love, love, love. Oh, and her little tag is here, Creations by Cheryl. I'm sure you can see that. And I've shared her email address before. I'll put it in the link below so that you can see and reach out to Cheryl if you want any of these bags. She doesn't have a store right now that she sells them in, but she just does custom orders and things for people. So, and with my limited space here, I do need to clean up as I go, so bear with me. You know, just keep stitching. You guys will be fine. And lay that one over there. And what is next? Oh, so this one. No, I'll keep going with my whips. This one is the Fruits of Plenty, and I'll put a picture in here of what that's going to look like when it's done. I think if you've seen my Flosstube in other times, I've explained that I'm doing this in a bit of a reverse fashion with 4 colors instead of 2, and so I've put in quite a few stitches into this one. Let's move my needle minder over. I've finished off the heart in here, and I stitched this whole square, brought the borders across, did this border. I started on some of the red, and now I'm starting in on the flowers for this square. So it's been quite a bit done. It's just a joy to stitch on. This one is on 32 count antique white, Lugana. And like I said, I'm doing a little bit of a different color palette. I'll put the numbers down below, but this is what I'm using. My old tattered tag now, but this are the colors that I'm using for those 4. And it's just turning out beautifully. I absolutely love stitching on this one. It just calls to me, and I love it. And this one I keep in my other Creations by Cheryls bag. So I did a little bit of a shopping spree at the Stitch North retreat here. Not Stitch North, sorry. I shopped a lot there too. But at the Stitch and Stash at the West Edmonton Mall, and I got this one from Cheryl there as well. Beautiful bags. Very well done. And you know, I still need more, of course. You know, I have more whips than I have bags at this point. So, okay, 2 more whips, I believe. No, one more current, and then I have a few starts. So this one here is by Longdog Sampler. I'll put a picture here of what it's going to look like when it's done. It is called Castles in the Air, and this is another monochromatic piece. And I'm actually super proud of myself with this one because I did continue on with the border over here. I did work down here. I put in this little flower and the little bunny. Kind of this corner is what I've finished since you saw this last. And I apologize that nothing is iron this time. Normally I iron all my projects, but we're here at the acreage and there's no iron, so I can't. Sorry, I can't do that. You can see where my priorities lie, right? But why I'm proud of myself for this one is that, as I might have mentioned before, the internet is not great here. We're deep in the Blackbird Valley, mountains all around us, and you can get like one bar of signal on your phone in one corner of one window in the cabin. Like, that's it. We can get text messages in and out. That's it. So I packed up my things the other night after Paula got home, and I drove down to the end of the road. It's only a couple kilometers, and I parked by the highway, and where I had 4 bars of signal, and I downloaded a whole bunch of Flosstubes so that I could watch on my premium YouTube. So while I was doing that, I took some stitching with me, and this is the project that I took. And I got down there and I pulled everything out, and I was like, oh, I double checked that I had needles, and then I got down and I had no hoop and no Q-snaps. Like, oh my God, I don't want to drive back up to the cabin. So I said, this is the perfect time for me to teach myself how to stitch in hand, because I've watched the videos. I just needed to practice. So I was there a half an hour, and it was slow and tedious going, but I did manage to stitch this whole line in hand. So I'm so happy. Sorry for the hanging thread. I was still kind of finishing off when my videos were done, but I did learn how to do it with, you know, the up and down and up and down. I was so happy. So now I know how to do that. It's like a new skill, right? I think I'd still prefer to stitch in a hoop because it just gives me tension, and the way my hands are right now, I do have a little bit of arthritis in my hands from the, or like inflammation, I guess, in my fingers from where I take the chemo medications and things. But I do know how to do it now. So that's a new skill, right? You always, you know, old dog can still learn new tricks here. And so yeah, so that's Castles in the Air. And oh, I didn't say the fabric. Sorry. This is another fabric from Charlene from the Grateful Thread. It's a one-of-a-kind, hand-dyed. It's like kind of like this, like the blue-green colorings. And again, she can probably remake this one. I've seen it in a couple of different fabrics. This one is a 28 count, and it is stitched with this beautiful, I'm so in love with it, like so in love with it, beautiful Sanjo Silk. And it's Sanjo. This is a Canadian company that they're hand-dyed silk weaver that's on, sorry, the name, the Granville Island off of Vancouver, Vancouver City. So this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful silk. And I did mention this one time before for people. It is a 30/2 weight, but I wouldn't put it on anything other than 14 or 28 count. I failed to mention that the last time. I think if you went up to a 32, it would probably be too much. It's definitely the equivalent of 2 strands of DMC, if not maybe a little bit more. So the 14 count, I'm sorry, you see me looking because right here, it's nothing but a wall of forest out into the rest of our acreage, and I just heard a tree snap. So you guys are now on like bear, cougar, elk, moose, pine marten, squirrel. You guys are all on wildlife watch. So if you see something photobomb to the side here, just scream, okay? Oh my God. Okay, so that's the Canadian Rockies for you, right? We live here in the wilderness with, we've seen everything here. And in fact, in this very spot, this is our cottage here, and there's a window right here. So we're sitting in the living room right there, and it was about 10:30 one night last summer, and it was just starting to get a little bit dark, and our truck was parked right here. And then the next thing you know, I look up and there's a black bear looking in the window at us. And I was just like, Pal, oh my God, don't move. There's a bear looking in the window. And he was like, what? Oh my God. So we both looked over, and sure enough, there's this massive black bear standing up to the window here, looking at us sitting at the couch. So we made some noise in the cabin, and we kind of shouted out through the window. Thankfully, the doors and windows were closed at that point, because it was a bit of a cool night. And he took off running and tried to climb one of the trees, so it was a little bit scary. I'm not normally scared of wildlife. We hike a lot. We're in the mountains all the time. Generally, they're more afraid of us than we are them, for most people. But yeah, that was a little bit unnerving, and I just heard the woods crack, so I was like, ooh, what's going on up there? Anyway, this is the, that was a huge squirrel moment. I'm sorry about that. This is the Sanjo Silk, like I said, in a turquoise color. It is buttery soft. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. So you can get a huge hank of this for $26, and they do ship. Their website is sanjosilks.com, and I'm telling you my secrets now, right? Because these are gorgeous and they're limited. So, but go and have a look. They're beautiful. They make, oh my gosh, their store is just filled with eye candy. It's in a really crafty, artsy section of on the island in Vancouver, and it has everything from candle makers to jewelry artisans to the silk weaver stores there, and the store is just filled with looms, and there's a bunch of artisans in there, and they're just making. I heard it again. Okay, so they're just making shawls and scarves and blankets, and it's stunning. If you ever get a chance to go there, you should. I know Joanne, I read your comment. One of my friends, Joanne Newfield, that I met at Stitch North, she was at our table. She is probably going to go to Vancouver in the next little bit, and she said she's going to stop by and check them out. So this is absolutely gorgeous. Again, 28 count or 14 count would be the only way that you could stitch with it, I think, unless you want really puffy stitches on a 32 or 16. But anyway, that's there. Oh, and I'll share my little needle minder. This one is one of my favorites. Look at all that bling. Oh, I just love it. The little turtle. This one is from Karen at Rocky Mountain Needle Minders. And again, you can find her on Facebook. And she has all these blingy needle minders. Oh, I could have showed you a couple more. They are just gorgeous. The butterfly one that was on my Fruits of Plenty, if you go back, that's from her as well. So she has tons of, oh, sorry for the zipper. She has tons of beautiful, beautiful needle minders. So so those were all the whips that I took, well, I have more with me, but those are the ones that I've worked on so far. I have plans to work on current whips in the morning and then starts in the afternoons and the evenings. So I have been a busy little girl, honestly. I started 3, and I have plans to start at least 2 more before I go home. So a bit of start-itis happening here, but they are gorgeous, and it's patterns that I have wanted to stitch for months now, and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't start it because I have too many things already going. But you know what? Life is short. I'm celebrating right now. My health is doing exceptionally well at this point. I am feeling so much better since the surgery. I'll give a little update on that at the end because I know not everybody is interested in that, but I will go through that part at the end. And I'm just honestly feeling very, very humbled and grateful, and I just want to start all the things. Like, let's do all the things, right? Sorry, there's mosquitoes here too. So, I am stitching. I'll put the picture here. It is from Pansy Patchworks. Oh my God, how come I can't say that? Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery. I still think that's it. Her Little Red Schoolhouse Sampler. So I haven't taken this one out of the hoop because I was just stitching on it before I decided to make a floss tube. So this is where I am with that one. And I am absolutely loving this. I'm loving it. The color, I don't know. This one is on Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim, and it is 36 count. And let me tell you, that red is absolutely stunning. So Kerry from Roxy Floss Co. This is her Fau Red. And you know what? I think everybody and their grandma has stitched with Fau Red before, except for this little chickie. But now I am on the Fau Red bandwagon. It is the best red. I absolutely love how rich it is. It's almost burgundy, but it's red. It's not too tomato bright. It's, oh my God, I'm in love. So this was whipped up this morning. I just had to start it. I had to see how this fabric and thread was going to go together, and it's just stunning. I absolutely love it. So again, this is one of my, take my needle off. This is one of my needle minders from Karen. Again, you can see the little sparkly rabbit. He's so cute. Oh, I love him. Love him, love him. So that one is, sorry, just give me 2 seconds here, guys. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Sorry, the dog needed me. Okay, so again, this is where I am. This is the Little Red Schoolhouse Sampler. And I am loving stitching the little alphabet. It's going to be so cute with the little motifs, and then that at the bottom. I can't wait. So I watched Angie from the Tiny House Stitcher, and she had finished this into a nice sized pillow with this ruching ribbon around the edge. I cannot wait to finish it like that. Hi Angie, I so loved it. It was gorgeous. So I will be finishing that, and again, this is with the Fau Red on Cream and Sugar. It's just so pretty that those two are meant to go together. I love it. Oh, and as you can see here, I am stitching in one of these full wood plastic hoops. This is one of my favorite hoops. I got this at Trapunto at the quilting store that's near my house, and I absolutely love it. This is my car stitching one. I find that the Q-snap, even a smaller one, is really hard for me to hold on to for too long with my hands, and this is just so light and portable. Any travel purse stitching, anything that I take along with me, it's in one of these hoops. That's what I absolutely love it, and they're fairly affordable. They're only $5 or $6 Canadian. So okay, so that was start number one. Start number two was The Long and Winding Road by Blackbird Designs. This one, it really spoke to me, considering the part of my cancer journey that I'm on. I just felt like it has been one heck of a long and winding road for me, and to finally get to this side, to have it back into remission, I'm just grateful. I don't know what else to say. I'm overwhelmed in a positive, happy way. The sun shines brighter, the air is warmer. I'm in a grateful, happy place in my life. So this one did speak to me though, and it's all about the journey, right? Life can throw so many ups and downs at you, and you don't know what's coming around the next corner. So just enjoy the moment that you're in, and stitch everything that you love. Everything. Start it all. Do it all. Don't worry about anybody saying you have 100 whips or 4. It does not matter. It's up to you. Be happy every day with your stitching, right? And yeah, so this is the one that I started on. and this is where I am on this one. This one again is on a piece of, sorry, the mosquitoes, a piece of linen from the Grateful Thread. And again, I so apologize that it's wrinkly. You can see the hoop marks and everything, but this is where, yep, this is where I've gotten on the Long and Winding Road. I only started it Monday evening I started this one. So you can start to see the shape of the circle. The house is in except for the roof, the grass, the road is coming down. And I only have about half of the colors here for this one. So I'm going to stop at the stitching corner on the way home to pick up the rest of the colors for this. So hi Betty, I'll be coming to see you on next Monday. Hopefully you're open. I went to Mr. Frame in St. Albert, that's now our local needle workshop, and picked up the colors for this one and a few more. But they had a great selection of weeks in Classic Colorworks, but their Gentle Arts was pretty sparse. So they were just waiting for an order. So I could only get half the colors. But I did start. I did get a nice, I just really felt like starting this one. So, and it's stitched 1/2 with all of the called for Gentle Arts. I think it's all the Gentle Art in this one. Actually, I'll just have a quick look here. Bear with me. Yeah, and 1 week's Dye Works Oscar, which I still don't have yet. So, yeah, it's all Gentle Arts in this one. And there is a DMC conversion for that. So if you wanted to stitch it in DMC, I just wanted to make this one sort of special. I'm going to find, it's about 6 inches or so when you do it on, I'm going to read the chart again. When you do it on 30, what does it call for? 36 count, it turns out to a 5.5 by 5.5. So on the 40, I'm thinking it'll be somewhere just over, probably a 5 by 5. So I might do a square frame, or I might just put it into a circle and put it on top of a 5-inch sewing box. So we'll see what happens for the finishing. But that is the Long and Winding Road. And wherever you are in your long and winding road, I wish you peace and good luck and happiness and tons and tons and tons of stitching. So the next one that I started, and I started this one yesterday, and it's by Bent Creek, and it's called the Each Day row. Each day provides its own gifts. And I love how this transitions, right, from day to night, and it's just absolutely beautiful. I love that. Love, love, love it. And that message is just so nice right now. So again, this is just on the other side of the Long and Winding Road is here, and I just flipped it over because I wanted to start this one, and I put it on the other end of the 40 count, and this is where I'm at with that one. So I stitched that yesterday and last night and this morning, and that's what I got done. So this is about, it's in 2 pages. So this red house right here, once I get that stitched in, it's about the same size as the blue one, maybe a little tiny bit bigger, and that will be halfway done. And then I need to come, like, of the row portion, and then I'm going to come back and put all the words in Each Day Provides New Gifts. So those will come in across the bottom in different shades of blue. So I'm really, really happy with this one. It is so pretty. I'm concerned that you can't see the white house and the sails and the sailboat. What do you guys think? Is it blending in too much? Can you guys see it? That looks about like it does in real life. The house seems like it stands out pretty well, but the sails on the boat, I'm finding that I can't see them that well. So I might just change that out to some kind of a buttercream or something like that when I get the other side done. But yeah, so that is Each Day by Bent Creek, and it's on 40 count and using all of the called for Weeks Dye Works colors, and it's stitched 1/2 on that one. And so that's all the starts that I've had in the last little bit. Now, I have been super inspired to start this one. So I watched Helen D, and she had some time to herself. Hi, Helen. She had a nice relaxing weekend by herself while her husband and her son went to visit visit Grandma, the mother-in-law, and she spent some time just doing whatever she wanted to do for the weekend. I thought it was absolutely wonderful, and that's kind of what I'm doing here today. And so she did some finishing on last Thursday. I guess it was last Thursday, because anyway, on the Thursday of that weekend that she had away. I think it was her latest video. Anyway, she finished, and fully finished, the Seaside Tiny Town. You guys have all seen this, I'm sure. I am absolutely in love with it. I think Laura, Stitching by the Shore, was going to start this, or was looking for somebody to start it with. So, hi Laura, if you want to start it, let's do it. I love it. So I have the fabric here, and I have all of the classic color works for it. Hang on, I'll show you the color palette for it right here. Whoops, one more. Oh, it's weird when you're out of your own little space. You get a bit discombobulated when you're trying to film these videos. But it's been really fun. So these are the colors for it, and I will be stitching it on this here. It's like a neutral beige color. That's all I can say. Yeah, so I'll be putting it on that one. And it is a 40 count. So this again will be 2/1 using all the classic color works, and hopefully make a nice little small row to go along with my Each Day Provides Its Gifts, right? Again, I need to pack things away as I go here. And the next one that I brought along with me to potentially start, I have the fabric, but it's still inside. So it's called Dear Daughter by Blackbird Designs. This is another one that's in my plans. So I love the butterflies in this one and the flowers. I think Abby, my daughter, is 20. She's off in university in St. John's. She's been with us for the last month in Edmonton, and I get to go on the 4th, and I'll be going back to the same place where she's going to university. So yeah, I'll get to see her for most of August as well. So I'm super happy about that, and I really want to get this one started for her. So yeah, Dear Daughter of Mine. So that's in the plans. And the next one that I bought, I think I have about half of the colors for this. Yeah, so I'll be getting the rest of the colors for this when I go to the Citrus Corner in Cochrane. Sorry, I couldn't think. So this is What Remains, Blackbird Design. Here we go. And as you can see, I'm on kind of a Blackbird kick here. The next one that I will be starting, and this is the fabric for this one. And this is a different type of fabric for me. I'll show this in a second. The next one that I am planning on starting today is the Moonlight Visitor by Blackbird Designs. Absolutely love that tree and the moth, and the colors are just absolutely stunning in this. It's very muted looking in the picture here, but when you actually get the colors pulled, and again, I still need a couple more of these because they didn't have the Gentle Arts, so I still have to get a couple of these when I go through Cochrane. And this is the fabric that I am going to put it on. So this is Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts. And then the fabric, let's see if I can get it to show up a little bit better. The fabric is hand dyed by Rolanda, and it is a 40 count linen. So here's the tag, and it's kind of a buttery yellow color to it. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. It's not really showing up that well here, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I have some of her fabrics that I also got that weren't the neutrals, but the heavily modeled swirling colors, and I have the graphite color. It's a deep gray, almost black, in the Sanjo. So I got one of those in a 28 count opalescent, and I'm going to do a Longdog sampler on it. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. So so that will probably be coming in the next, I don't know, whenever I probably get back from Newfoundland, I'll start that one. But I just I'll show that in my next video. I left the fabric in Edmonton. So, And then this one. As many of you might remember, if you've seen these videos before, my birthday is coming up on July 31st. I'm so excited. I turned 47, and I am going to be stitching Strawberry Fields forever for my birthday start. So this will be started on July 31st. I have all of the threads except for 2. I need Sable and Tin Bucket, and again, I'll pick those up in Cochrane so that I have them. And I will be starting this one on July 31st. So that will be 4 new starts for sure, maybe more, who knows, but I do have more along with me. And yeah, so this is the one that I'll be doing for my birthday. And I did start a hashtag for my birthday, and because I don't know if you guys remember, I did get this one from 123 Stitch. It was held up forever in Canadian Customs. So, sorry, I had to, I've waited. I ordered it in May thinking, okay, I'll have it and then I can kit it up and I can talk about it on Flosstube. Sorry. But it didn't get here until the day before I left to come here. I got it on the Saturday, just this past week. So, it was held up in Customs for almost 3 months. There was nothing that I could do to get it back. And yeah, so this is where we are now. And so I wanted everybody to kind of try to stitch along with me. If you have Strawberry Fields forever and you want to stitch with me, that's fantastic. I am going to start a birthday hashtag. It is hashtag Lisa's Blackbird Birthday Sal. So you can stitch anything Blackbird. If you have something kitted that you want to start, if you have a whip that you're working on, or if you have Strawberry Fields forever ready to go, or you want to try and get it and start later, that hashtag will be there. And I am so looking forward to seeing all of your Blackbird designs, works in progress, and your new starts, and how you guys kit things up. I absolutely love Blackbird designs. I am fast falling in love with them. So again, I was stitching a lot of Longdog and a lot of other things, but these ones are really starting to speak to me. So I need to do a review of my whips, see if there's anything that I want to just kind of park for a while. And this is the season that I'm in. These are the things that I want to be stitching. I'm looking at some different samplers, and I think that's okay, right? As you go through your stitching journey, you learn what you like. I started on 14 count Aida like just over a year ago, and now I'm stitching 2/1 with hand-dyed floss on 40 count. So I don't necessarily like going back to stitch on some of those 14 count, 18 count Aidas anymore. And there's nothing wrong with Aida. It's just that my preference has changed, and I've expanded more in my stitching to understand what I actually really like. So while my eyes can handle it, I guess I'll be stitching on the things that I love. So that said, there will be, let's see, 4 or 5 new starts coming. I'll share those with you in my next video. And so that kind of covers out my plans. Oh, I do have one more bag here from Cheryls Creations by Cheryl. This is my bee bag. And this one has one of those patterns in it to be started. So pile that up here. And let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh, I want to tell you guys who has kept me company on my retreat of 1 here at my acreage. So I watch a lot of Flosstube. I love Flosstubers. I think that it's the greatest service to be able to give back to this community, to be involved and help people whenever you can. I think you should give your gifts openly and widely. So a few of the people that I have been watching is Laura from I Stitch Birds, ? I love Laura. Every time I watch her, I can feel my cheeks starting to hurt after a bit. She just makes me smile. She has such an infectious laugh, and she just has such a passion for her stitching. So I'm always so happy to follow along with her. She has tons of amazing different patterns and different designers that I have never seen before. So she really enjoys stitching kits. About half of her whips are kits. And then she finds so many incredible Etsy cross-stitch designers. People I've never heard of, like I said. And, you know, so if you want something different, definitely go and have a look. one of her last videos, she found this pattern. It's of a bird with these wild sunglasses and the big hair and a hat, and it's wearing like a life preserver. It is just awesome. I love it. So, yeah, and she's looking for people to stitch that with her, I think. So have a look and see if that speaks to you. And Laura's just a beautiful, beautiful person. Like I said, I watched Helen D and her finishing episode. So she finished the Seaside Tiny Town. She does them on these boards with a backing and then hooks it on to a basket that she found at Target. It's a beautiful idea for finishing these. So sometimes when you do the row patterns, it's very difficult to find a frame for that, right? It's to frame it yourself would be quite difficult and maybe expensive to take to a professional framer. So that's a wonderful idea for just putting them onto a backing. I've also seen other people put magnets on the back and then they switch them out within a tiny frame that they've found at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and just a wooden tray or something, right? So those are really, really nice. So go check out Helen D. She also has tons and tons of finishing videos and tutorials, and she's just brilliant at it. So I'm sure most of you know her, but just go and check out her last few videos are great. I watched Lindsay at Cat Furs and Cross Stitch, and she did a craft room tour. So if you haven't seen that yet, go back. It's like hashtag crafty goals right there. I have a room in our basement that I think I might be able to convert to something like a craft room, and that really lit a fire under this butt to try and go and get that organized once I get back from Newfoundland. So go and have a look. Her craft room is super organized. Just everything in there is related to stitching and sewing. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job, Lindsay. Kathy from the Sew and Sews, I just watched her video. I'm not sure if it was her latest one. It might have been. It's just ones I downloaded that I saw in my feed. But it was all about her tomato collection. So if you like tomatoes, oh my God, stitching tomatoes, finishing tomatoes, that's the video for you. She must have showed 30 or 40 different ways to finish them, to stitch them. She had a beautiful finish on the hands-on design tomato one with the tray that came in a kit for her, and then the one that says tomato on it kind of magnetizes into the tray. It's absolutely gorgeous finished. I've had my eye. It's on my wish list in 123 Stitch, but now that I've seen it finished, I definitely want to give that a try. I found a new Flosstuber. Everybody has been talking about this lady. Her name is Katie, and her channel is called So Tattered. She's just a beautiful soul. She's so friendly, and she has a couple of videos out now, two that I've downloaded anyway, and she is just a joy to listen to. She sounds like she has a wonderful family, and she does quilting and stitching and English paper piecing, and yeah, she's just multi-craftable. So if you're interested in any of that, go and check out Katie. I just wanted to say hi, Katie. You did a wonderful job in your introduction in your first couple of videos, and I super look forward to seeing more from you. I have subscribed, and I'll get the notifications, so can't wait. Another one is Cheryl at Happy Handcraft Studio. So Cheryl is a friend of mine. She came to the Stitch and Stash retreat. I initially met Cheryl at Stitching at the Library in Calgary. That's hosted by Judy, City Stitcher. So hi, Judy. Hi, Cheryl. And Cheryl just had out a video, the one that I just watched, and she has some lovely finishing. She does lots of crafts for donations and groups that she's in, that she does them for sales and things for charities. So lots of beautiful, beautiful work there. She stitches, she sews, she crochets, she knits. Fantastic skilled artist there. So go and check out Cheryl. She's very soft-spoken, easy to listen to. And at the end, the part that I really like is that she does book reviews. So I just have now 2 or 3 more books on my TBR list that I'll have to be read, right? Another one that I watched is Bridget, the museum stitcher. So she has out a mid-year whip parade. It's fantastic. I want to say hi, Bridget. You have enabled me for 3 more patterns. So I made a list here as I was watching you. I want to stitch the scissor sampler from the Talon emblem, and Good Intentions from Kathy Barrick, and now Olivia, I think it's Ochre Leaf by Silver Creek Sampler. So those three that you have certainly enabled me to go and find those three. They're in a basket waiting to be purchased as soon as I can get back on the internet. So you know what, that's the great thing about being here with no internet. You can't shop. So it actually saves you money in the long run, right? But oh my, I'm sure I'll catch up by the time I get back to Edmonton, but fear not. Another one that I watched was Carol from the Saltbox Stitcher. She did her whip parade. I'm about halfway through it. It's stunning. Carol, you always do such an amazing job with your videos. Your husband does a wonderful job with the editing. He's really come leaps and bounds. I love how you transition from section to section, and the stitching is just, as usual, absolutely gorgeous. So hi Carol, I just wanted to let you know that I really liked that video. The next one was Christy and Callie, Floss Boss and Cousins. So I thought it was appropriate. There was one video that I had missed from them, and it was Do a Bear Bleep in the Woods. And you know where I am right now, and I'm looking around at all these big mountains surrounding me, and there are certainly bears here. I thought that was appropriate, so I downloaded that one, and now I'm finally caught up. I've seen all of the videos, Christy and Callie, and you just had me hooting and hollering last night. I was just laughing and laughing. Paolo watched some of it with me. He was cracking up. So I just love you girls, and keep it coming. You've just lightened my spirit and my soul. I just love watching you. So so thanks for that. Another one that I watched is Sarah, the Northwood Stitcher. She has some fantastic thrift finds. So she goes out to yard sales, antique stores, thrift shops, wherever she can find things. She lives in, I believe it's New Hampshire. I'm not sure. Sorry, it's somewhere on the east coast of the U.S. Sorry about that, Sarah. But she finds some lovely things, and she has a tour of her craft room that you cannot miss. She has above a 3-car garage turned into her craft studio, and oh my, it's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is nothing compared to the little corner that I have in my living room, but we all have what we have, right? It's okay. But yeah, it's like hashtag craft room goals again. It's right there. Thank you, Sarah. And then Laura from Stitching by the Shore. Of course, I watch Laura's video every week. If you have not seen Laura yet, go and find her videos. Go back. There's 170 or something now to watch, so there's lots of eye candy in there. So Laura records every Friday and posts by Friday afternoon, so I'm looking forward to that on Friday again. I'll drive down to the road and download your video, Laura. I'll be watching that Friday night. So that is who has kept me company this week. So I hope you go and reach out to all these Flosstubers. They are absolutely all beautiful people. In the comment section below, if you have a favorite Flosstuber that you like to watch, I'm always looking for new people to watch and shout out and support the community. So if you can, leave a comment down below with your favorite Flosstuber, and let me know what you've been stitching on while you were watching this video. So here at the end, I'll just insert a few pictures of where we are in the Canadian Rockies, and I hope everybody enjoys. Happy stitching, everybody. Hey guys, I did make a promise that I would add in a little bit at the end, and I had slick curl going on here. I did want to add in just a little health update that I forgot to record the last time. So I am just so grateful for this community, and I wanted to just say a huge thank you for all the support over the last month or so. My recovery from my surgery has gone fantastically well. We went hiking yesterday. I just feel so much better. So I just wanted to say thank you, and just a quick little health update. If you're new here, what am I talking about, right? So I did have breast cancer in 2014. And it went into remission at that time. You know, the treatments worked and it was great. And then in 2021 it came back, which put me at stage 4 breast cancer. So you know, I've been on a a roller coaster ride for the last 2 years, trying to treat this and a clinical trial and out, and now I've just had surgery, which I'm recovering from, which is what I'm talking about now. So most of you probably know that, but just in case there are some new people here, if you are new, welcome. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. So I did get the pathology report back. It came back. They got clean margins. They say that they've got it all out. There's still, from that tumor, of course, I mean, it's still stage 4, and there's still a chance of roaming cells that will spring up again. But for right now, it's in remission, and I could not be happier. It feels like a second lease on life. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for your support and love and kindness and the happy mail and the beautiful cards. And you all have just been so amazing as part of my support group and cheering me on. So anyway, I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm off to celebrate this glorious day. Thanks everybody. I'll see you soon. Love you all.